Hey everybody, Troy coming at you with another video. Freedom of speech and the desecration of the American flag. I was watching the news last night and I saw this story that I believe that was in Georgia, and they showed pictures, I believe it was at a college, that somebody had an American flag, and from whatever reason, whoever they were pissed off, the government or Obama, whatever, that they had it on the ground and were stepping on the American flag and I think throwing some type of a paint on it. And then it was great to see that the next day after that, the community came together and had their own type of protest where thousands and thousands of people showed up with their American flags. And I think that was a beautiful thing to see. Here I have the flag that was on my grandfather's casket when he passed away. He was in the Army for over 25 years and was in 2 wars. The next flag that I have here was on my father's casket when he passed away. He was a veteran of the Army for over 20 years and he served in 2 wars. Now they say that the First Amendment, the freedom of speech, allows people to be able to desecrate the American flag. Whether they want to step on it in the street, whether they want to tear it up, whether they want to burn it, whether they want to hang it upside down. But I've said in the past, just because there's no law against it doesn't mean that you should have to do it or should do it, and doesn't make it right. And I understand when some people are protesting, and most likely it's against the government, but I just don't understand the thinking behind people when they're protesting the government, and it's something about our government, whether it be Obama or some type of position that Obama and his government has taken, that they want to desecrate the American flag. So let's say you are against something in our government or totally against our government and want to protest. Instead of desecrating the flag itself, which so many people have fought and died for, how about taking a picture of the person that's in the government that you're pissed off at and either cut that up or throw it on the ground and stamp on it or burn that picture. But for somebody who's in America, who's desecrating the American flag, you're not only taking on our government, but you're taking on millions and millions of people that served in the armed forces, and you're slapping the people in the face that fought for your country to give you your freedoms. And that's when I understand when people are seen desecrating the American flag that people get very upset, and a lot of times there's a confrontation. But it is a slippery slope, because if we also get the government involved and trying to make a law about this, it's coming after our freedom of speech. But I don't think it's right for people to be able to desecrate the American flag. Now, when doing my research on this subject, I found out that between 1995 and 2006, there were 5 or 6 bills brought before Congress to make a law that would be against the law to desecrate the American flag. But it's very hard to pass laws to where you have to have 2/3 of the vote by Congress, and then if you got 2/3 of the vote, it would have to be ratified by 3/4 of the 50 states. Now, it never got to any of the states, but in all of those cases, the majority did vote to have some type of a law, so it would be against the law to desecrate the flag. And they got very close sometimes to those 2/3, but that's as far as it went. People, it's not the answer to burn the American flag. I understand people's frustration with our government. Like I said, take a picture of that person in the government that you're pissed off and you burn that picture of that person. Blow it up as big as you want and burn it, or tear it up, or throw paint on it, or step on it, whatever you want. But don't desecrate this flag. And like I said before a couple of times, just because it's not against the law doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. And I've never been in that situation to where I've seen somebody desecrating a flag, but I don't think I could stand for it. I would have to do something about it. And I'm a person that tries to, like, cooler heads prevail. I would try to talk some sense into somebody, and sometimes you can't talk sense into somebody. I would even offer somebody quite a bit of money to buy that flag from them. But then, if they still continued what they were doing, but I'm definitely going to take that flag from them. So I just want to know your guys' opinion on this, because it is a slippery slope that we're talking about our First Amendment rights, but we're also talking about the desecration of our American flag. So please, in the comments, let me know what you guys would do. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, just go to the end of the video and click the subscribe button. You most certainly can share any video on the MTH channel. And as always, I appreciate everybody for supporting the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.